Hello, hello, hello. It's Attorney Mike Revlin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, where the Wi-Fi usually works. I'm back, baby. Yes, I'm here. I got some good clips. Andrea from Iowa sent me one, and Rocky Lennon hooked me up. Let's do this thing, shall we?
Boy, I'm just getting railroaded here.
Up right now.
Hello. French towel.
Oh, yes. Payson, Arizona. Always a good time.
All set whenever you guys get them ready.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yesenia's making me work all morning, and I had a deposition already.
There, sir, could you state your name, please?
Elijah Fleischhausen.
Thank you. Do you have a residence, sir?
Yes.
What is that residence?
In Star Valley. 324 East Girls Drive.
Can you receive mail, though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about an email address for you?
No, I haven't currently. I don't have any email.
Okay. What about a phone number?
No.
Okay.
Still no phone.
The state is alleging 3 charges against you, sir. All of them are felony charges. The first one is aggravated assault charge. The second is resisting arrest charge. Okay, there we are. The first one.
We keep losing.
Yeah, do we need to switch it over or?
I'm going to switch over to a different connection.
Okay.
Apologies about that, sir.
No problem.
Boot this thing up. Apologies.
There we go.
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
All right, so that should be a lot better.
Okay. All right, sir. So the 3 charges that are alleged against you are all felonies. The first one is aggravated assault charge. The second is resisting arrest charge. And the third charge is possession or use of drug paraphernalia. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on September 4th. The preliminary hearing is where the prosecutor or state representative will.
Yeah, without getting into further detail, there were drugs involved that people were giving to me that.
I would like to put it in the atmosphere. I was never read my rights at any point in time during this entire time.
Okay.
And I had consistent and constant repetitiously asking for, if I may continue my business. And I was asking to go get water. I was on my way to get water.
Okay. So we'll get to that portion. So it's on record that you said you weren't read your rights, but preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those crimes. If there is, the case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause, the case will be dismissed. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms, since these are felony allegations. I'm placing a $1,500 bond hold on you, but additional to that, the probation department has put a no bond hold on you, so they're going to want to see you in Superior Court regardless. But being that you're held in custody on bond, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney.
Hey.
Would you like to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney?
I do not want to be here, Your Honor. My mental health is being hurt. I've been in jail too many times. I just want to leave. I can't.
Yeah, we all agree with all this. We all agree with it. Our mental health is being hurt, and you've been in jail too many times.
Do this, man.
Okay, well, these alleged
I've
crimes
been in
and the
jail like over 30 freaking times my entire life.
all right, that'll be all. Thank you.
To be here, I can't be here. It's hurting my mental health.
The probation department. You have to talk to the probation department, sir.
Okay, what is the final outcome for today?
You're held on bond, $1,500, and the probation department has a hold. So you'll have to see the probation department in Superior Court.
Okay, Your Honor, and so I have a still possibility of getting out within 72 hours.
So you say there's a chance.
On the bond hold, yes. On the probation hold, no.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, thank you.
You bet. Have a
Yep.
good day, sir.
You're stuck like Chuck. Starting strong. Thank you, Rocky. The judge's expression is frozen in just the right spot.
All right, sorry about that. Wait, sir.
No problem.
Sorry, I'm going to stand right here. Say your full name to the judge.
Judge, my name is Charles Michael Johnson, 11/24/1962, of Navy SEAL, Class 157.
Sir, all I need is your name. Thank you. All right, sir, is your address still good on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and your phone number ends in.
Correct.
All right, the state is alleging 5 charges against you. All of them are misdemeanor violations. The first charge is a disorderly conduct charge. The second one is resisting arrest passively. The third is 1 count of possession of liquor in vehicle, and then there's an additional count of liquor in the vehicle, and then 1 count of public nuisance.
I wasn't driving, was I?
No driving offenses on here, sir. Yeah, just have it.
He didn't say driving. He said liquor in the vehicle. I'll just leave that there.
An open container of alcohol in a vehicle. So on those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on September 18th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's where you'll need to come to court and be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those charges.
September 18th?
Yeah, I'll give you a copy of this so you'll have it before you walk out. Yeah, September 18th. And then depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceedings. All of those options will be explained to you before you give your plea, as well as the penalty range for each of those charges. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Can you comply with that release order?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll release you on your own recognizance. We'll see you on the 18th of September. Do you have any questions?
18th of September, what time? Does it have a time?
It does, 9 o'clock, and you'll get a copy of this that'll have the date and time on there.
What is your name, sir?
Judge Garvin.
Darwin?
Garvin.
Garvin. With a K?
No, it's with a G. G as in George, and then it's
Garvin.
Garvin.
Yes, Garvin with a K. You frickin' mope.
Correct, yeah.
Thank you, Judge Garvin.
You bet. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question for you since you're a judge.
Okay.
I get $1,231 Social Security. I've been fighting with the VA. I took a bullet for our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. 2 of them. Spent 2 months in Balboa Hospital. Honorably discharged Navy SEAL, Class 157, 1988. My question is this. I can't live on $1,230. I've been homeless for 14 years, basically. But I got a residence. I know how to work the system, and that's not illegal what I do. I can't afford rent and a light bill and water bill and trash bill at a 1231 and eat groceries and feed my dogs. It's impossible.
Okay.
Here's my question to you, Judge. I went to work like 5 weeks ago, give or take a day or two,
Okay.
for White Mountain Construction in Heber Overguard. We build big mansions.
Okay.
That's what we do. He's a good carpenter, but he's only 35 years old. I did the same job he's doing in Georgia. The name of my corporation was the Handyman Licensed General Contractor Incorporated, specializing in all residential problems and solutions. I've done that for 27 years, and I chased the hurricanes in Florida, South Carolina, New Orleans, whatever. I've done that. That made good money. But I went to work with White Mountain Construction. The owner of the construction company's name's T. He's been doing this for like 10 or 12 years, but he just now this past year started on his own LLC and he's working for himself instead of 1099 with another contractor. We just finished up a $2.5 million log cabin in Heber Overguard, a 3-story log cabin with a basement, and then when we moved all the Caterpillar.
Sir, you're going to have to get to your question.
My question is this: he had me. Since I was a new hire, I've only been working for it for 3 weeks. He had me cleaning up the bat poop at Forest Lakes. It's a very dangerous stuff. I cleaned up about 400 pounds of bat poop,
Okay.
and it's got bacteria and viruses in it. I've been in the hospital 4 times. I've spent 4 days in ICU and Banner patient. I spent 2 days with a heart attack for cardiac arrest in the hospital in Show Low, and I've been in Globe. And this stuff might be going to kill me. Do I have a case against him?
So I can't give you legal advice. I'm sorry, sir. But what you can do is there's some veteran services that you've mentioned some other things. Did you try the veteran services here?
They never helped me do nothing.
All right. So you have tried it?
No, I mean, not in this state. In Georgia, I've been trying to get my VA benefits for 5 years. I've been turned down 3 times. I just give up. I'm like, Lord, if they can live with it, I can live without it.
Okay. Well, I would say give our veteran services a try. And I can't promise you anything. You know those systems better than I do. Correct. Yeah. And see, and number one, to talk about those other things you're talking about, being able to afford rent and payment and all that, they may be able to provide some assistance. Okay. I can't promise you.
Government assisted houses, they put me in a crack town.
Okay.
You know, the crack dealers around me, and I can't live like that.
All right. So what I can do is just try to refer you to the Veterans Assistance here. That's the resources we have here. From what I understand from other veterans, talking to other veterans, that they're pleased with them. So you might.
Judge Garner, I will try them out. Thank you.
Yeah, you might. And I can't promise you anything, but maybe you'll be surprised.
Well, God bless you, and thank you for your service.
You bet. And then talk to them about that other situation. Maybe they can give you some guidance. The court can't give you legal advice, sir.
Well, I'm sorry I asked, but I just wanted.
You don't have to.
Who to talk to about this?
Yeah, you don't need to be sorry you asked. It's okay. I don't mind listening to what you had to say. So see if they can give you some. If you're going to contact them anyways, see if they can give you some guidance.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Have a good day.
Oh, good Lord. I have all the sympathy in the world for veterans, and we do. It is a travesty the way we treat them in this country, along with just U.S. citizens generally. But this isn't the time or place. You're charged with a crime right now. Let's first get out of the charges, and then we'll move on to life improvement stage. Okay? Okay. Carry on.
Arthur, you can send those to me.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
You bet, mate.
Yes, that case was, in fact, literally batshit.
Say your name. Lamonte Rice. I'm Lamonte Rice.
All right, Mr. Rice.
Yes.
You have the traffic miles which you failed to appear for. Quarterly, warrants for arrest were issued. Court's going to set aside those arrest warrants. You approach the bond agency's misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and/or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. And a fourth attorney, one will be appointed on your behalf.
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
Possibly.
557-06320. Observed subject made threats with plastic facsimile firearm concealed inside his pants. And you, 598-39921, consuming in public. Oh, a New Amsterdam. Okay, got good taste. Pre-trial September 23rd in front of Judge Sherman. Is that clear?
I didn't hear nothing you just said, Judge.
Why'd you nod then?
Man, I don't know. I heard probably like one thing. I didn't catch nothing else you said, sir.
Okay.
I'm here listening.
Well, were you paying attention?
I'm paying attention.
All right, Mr. Rice, you have some traffic matters in which you failed to appear in court for. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you said I got some traffic matters.
Okay.
Like
Well, for the rest of you,
How
just listen. Pay attention. Pay attention. You got some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for. A result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside those arrest warrants and your personal bond issued as misdemeanor matters. It carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. You can afford an attorney. One will be appointed on your behalf. The two tickets are you 598-399, assuming beer in public, and you 557-06320. Threats with a plastic facsimile firearm concealed inside your pants. Pre-trial September 23rd for both of these in front of Judge Sherman. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right, now to your main matter.
Dude, am I getting charged for the pair of scissors that was in my pocket?
Sir, just listen.
I'm listening.
Oh, he's all smiles right now, isn't he?
Doesn't seem like you're listening well. Case number 240-5899801. People City, Michigan versus Lamonte Rice. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
And Ryan Murat, PA3665, on behalf of Mr. Lamonte Rice, we waive formal reading. Mr. Rice stands to you. He's been advised of his rights.
All right, court will not guilty plea on behalf of Lamonte Rice. What's your bond recommendation, Ms. Douglas?
Your Honor, on Mr. Rice, the people are asking for a bond of $50,000 cash or surety with tether house arrest. Mr. Rice is a danger to this complaining witness and her child. Your Honor, Mr. Rice does have an extensive criminal history. I checked Otis for Mr. Rice, and I see that he's currently on probation. Otis has shown him as being on probation in two different cases. One for his 2021 receiving, concealing stolen property motor vehicle attempt case. But while he was on probation for that, he picked up a unarmed robbery case where he pled down to larceny from the person, and he's been on probation for that since February 12th to 24th, larceny from the person. And the reason why we think that Mr. Rice is not just a danger but a flight risk is I looked on Odyssey at that larceny from the person conviction. That's in front of Judge Cusick, Your Honor, and the register of actions on Odyssey was showing that Mr. Rice pled to that actually in 2022, August 19th of 2022. His sentence was originally scheduled for October 13th, 22, and got continued a couple times. He was supposed to come back January 6th of 2023, where he failed to appear. And then he wasn't arraigned on that bench warrant on the failure to appear for sentencing until January 2nd of 24. So he's missing an entire year for his sentencing on a felony case, Your Honor. Okay. And so now we have him here accused of forcing his way into a home. And when
I got it. Point taken. Mr. Rod.
Judge, on behalf of Mr. Rice, he's 34 years old. He's been in Detroit his whole life.
Oh, Judge cut her off before she says something that that's going to make you like him even less. But don't worry, she gets it in later.
As you can read the report, he has a child in the community who's 1 year old, or a minor child. He is, in fact, on probation, Your Honor, but it's a non-assaultive, I believe, receiving and concealing case.
Why should I give him a cash bond, as Ms. Douglas requires? ask?
Because there are non-cash means that you can impose here that are going to ensure both that he has no contact with the complainant and that he returns to court.
Now, what would that be, Mr. Ryan?
Yes, Heather, Your Honor, with home confinement, and that's what I'd ask you to do. No work necessary.
Why is he not a danger to the community given these serious allegations and his past criminal history?
Your Honor, so with regard to these serious allegations, I can tell you that if we're wiping away his presumption of innocence and taking this to be true.
No.
The absolute worst thing that's contained in this report doesn't involve any use of weapons. I think the worst of the injuries here is a knot on the forehead, which I'm not justifying or making light of, but that's the worst of the injuries. I think with the fact that they don't reside together, with the court order.
This one's actually Android from Iowa's fault.
Have no contact with her and that address, that's going to be enough, coupled with that GPS tether as insurance to make sure Mr. Rice doesn't have any contact with the complainant. I don't think he's a danger to the community. I think the best.
Is he employed?
No.
He's not employed? Okay, I heard enough. I've heard enough. $30,000 cash, surety, GPS tether, house arrest.
And Your Honor, I would just. Sorry.
I'm sorry?
I just wanted to say for the record, the complaint witness says that is not his child, and that's why he's a danger. Like he insists this is his child and forced his way into the home to touch this child. I just want to put that on the record.
Okay. $30,000 cash, surety, GPS tether, house arrest while his case is pending. He's not possessing handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. No contact with Cheryl Stallworth. No contact means just that. No phone calls, text messages, emails, handwritten letters, notes through third parties or through social media. This is an unaffordable bond.
Yes, sir.
Bond determination August 26th, 9 a.m. in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. Probable cause September 3rd. Criminal examination September 10th, both in front of Judge King. Any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
How much is the bond?
$30,000 cash surety. You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah, so if I can't post that, I stay until I can get the GPS tether.
Hey, Mr. Rice, you're going to have a bond redetermination in 2 days, and on Monday, and you're going to have a second crack at the bond argument, okay? We're going to have another opportunity, another vote to have to argue.
Oh, Mr. Rice has a lot of, likes to talk. What other questions you got, Mr. Rice?
That's it. Step up.
You heard that, didn't you?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
All right, there we go. Just a little nooner. Back in the city. It's hot. It actually feels good. It's odd for me to roll into Chicago and feel like it's tropical, but it is. It is. Good stuff. I made it back in one piece, which is a small miracle because it's the end. So it's only friends here now. It's only friends here now. Here's what happened yesterday. Here's the boring story you don't want to hear, but you're going to hear anyway. I had a flight. That flight was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon out of Dublin. Direct to good old Chi-Town, O'Hare International Airport. But they kicked me out of my hotel. Well, they didn't kick me out. It was checkout time. I left my hotel at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I had a few hours to kill. I thought it would be a good idea. I don't know how I thought it would be a good idea. To go have lunch in Temple Bar. And you know, a pint. Well, you know that the Irish will suck you in here. You know, it turned into more than a pint. That's all I'm going to say. There was music. There was good bar food. There was Guinness, which is fine as far as it went. It's more than fine. It was fantastic. Good times. But then I had to go get on a plane for a long flight. And that's where it got a little dicey. But it got done. And I have to say, there was a little bit of napping on that flight, which is pretty good. I made it back in one piece. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.